Hi, today we're talking about three website lies that are costing you clients right now. So let's dive straight in. If you see me looking there, I'm looking at my notes. So, first lie is if you build it, they will come. That is not true at all because it's not because you have a website that it is optimized for search engine, the famous SEO. So not all website designers are optimizing a website for SEO. I'm not saying this to criticize, to each their own specialty. I'm useless with design, like minimalist is my friend. But it's not because you have a website that was made by a professional that it's going to be optimized to be found on Google. And even if it gets found, it doesn't mean it's going to convert the visitors into clients because there is a specific way to write copy that is going to turn visitor into clients. And there are different phases of the buyer's journey that you need to take into account. So the different phases are someone who is only looking for understanding to their problem, like some basic tips. How can I solve my problem myself? Like what is really going on? And then you have those who are looking for a solution, but they're not quite sure exactly what solution they need. And those who know the solution that they need, but they are looking for an expert, the expert that's going to feel trustworthy to them and like the right person to hire. So if your website is not talking to these three types of people, it's not necessarily going to turn visitors into clients, or if it does, you're going to be missing opportunities. So just to summarize, having a website alone does not guarantee that you're going to make sales or get clients or get traffic, right? Line number two, never show your prices. I don't agree with that. So I know there are people who recommend not showing your prices, especially in the high ticket coaching industry. I'm not criticizing, like whatever works for them, but I don't agree with that, especially not today, because we are in a trust crisis, right? Because since 2020, many people have launched their business and there is a lot of experts online. And we've all seen marketing tactics, because I cannot even call these strategies, that are not really ethical. So many people have been burned. Many people have lost trust in online businesses, or even not only online, right? So showing your prices is actually being upfront. And I understand that sometimes it's not possible to show the exact price if you work on a quotation basis, for example, but you can still say from like give a starting point for your prices or brackets between this and that for this criteria, between that and that for such criteria. People they're careful, right? Like if you need to call someone to know their prices or fill in a form, there is a fear that some people fear that they're going to disturb you, or that you will try to get them on a call and be pushy, or maybe they're like, oh, I'm going to receive a newsletter and it's going to be like 17 emails the next month. Maybe this person is just going to force to really try to make me buy something. So I'm not going to contact them like next. I just want to find someone where like I want to know the type of price that I want to that I'm going to pay. I understand that people who really need a solution and who are really ready to invest, they will spend the money. But sometimes you have people who really want to solve their problem, but they still have a budget. So it can make them think, okay, well, if I have to ask, then I'm going to have to say no if it's too expensive for me. I will have disturbed them for nothing, like I was saying. but also I don't want to feel weird. I don't want to feel ashamed of not being able to afford it. So that for all these reasons, and it has nothing to do with scarcity, right? I'm someone who loves to be upfront. So my prices are on my website, and that's what I recommend to all my clients. Then they do what they want, of course. But at least, like I was saying, a starting point or a bracket, right? And the third point, keep it professional and polished, like formal formulation. I mean, I get it, it's normal. Like that's what you learn in the corporate or even at school. You learn to be formal, to say the right thing. But what about your personality? What about the differentiation? What differentiates you from your competitor? If you can copy and paste your sales page or your homepage or whatever page on your website on one of your competitors' websites, that's not good because you need to create this emotional connection, this resonance with people. They need to see your personality because that's also what's going to make them choose you over someone else. Formal corporate language does not build more trust or credibility. Industry jargon is creating distance. It's not showing that you're an expert or that you know better than anyone else. Technical language is actually building distance because it's like, oh, are they talking to me? Like, can I really relate to that problem? Am I sure that my problem in my own terms is actually what they are saying in technical language? Especially if you're a lawyer or a vet or a therapist and you have very specific language, or even an accountant, right? Like they're legal terms, medical terms that random people like you and I wouldn't know because we didn't study what you studied, right? So always write your website for someone like, let's say if your 7-year-old nephew cannot understand, I would consider rewriting it. And I get it that your clients are not 7 years old, but you get my point. So these were the 3 lies, 3 common misconceptions about websites. So if you want to make your website sell, I've written an article that's titled Why Your Website Isn't Getting Sales and How to Fix It. The link is going to be in the description so you can read it and see more in detail what I was talking about, plus other points that I didn't cover in this video. And if you know you're ready right now to know what's wrong with your website, well, you can book an audit. So it's pre-recorded. I'm going to record my screen and explain to you what's not optimal in your website copy, and your social media profile as well. I cover the social media bio and a minimum of your content. I will let you know the friction points, like where your buyers who, like from a total stranger perspective, where your website is losing people. And of course, you will have a plan on how to fix each of these points. You get the video. The video doesn't have any length limit. I will go as deep as it needs to be. And the video will be hosted on YouTube with a private link, and you will have access to it for 6 months. So you can watch it and apply each step of the plan in your own time, and you can refer back to it anytime you need. So I hope that was helpful. I would love to hear your biggest takeaway. And like I said, all the links will be in the description. If you want to be notified of my next video, you can subscribe, leave a comment to say what you would like to see next. I have a topic list, but I would be happy to cover what you need as well. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.